Welcome back to Seconds Out. My name is Eamon Khan. Here it is about to get hotter as Chelli sauce. Zak Chelli returns to the ring on February 11th in an intriguing fight. Zak, first of all, how are you doing?
Feeling great. Can't wait to fight.
Can't wait to fight. Can't wait for this fight myself as well. Very intriguing fight. First of all, Zak, before we jump into that, I saw you were working with Salt Papi. That's an interesting character crossover, you and SP. How did that come about?
His trainer, I've been good friends with his trainer for a few years. Like he's watched me train, and and I was like, I wanted to see what Salt Papi was all about because I'm interested in their YouTubes, watching their boxing and stuff. So I want to see what it's all about. So I was like, I went to spar them and help him out. I hope he wins tomorrow anyway. I went to spar him. He's not too bad. He's pretty good southpaw. So yeah, I hope good luck to him and hope he does well.
What's that spar like? And you mentioned about, looking at that scene. I remember you've sparred quite a number of people. I remember you sparred Johnny Walker, who was in the UFC. So you're very much used to kind of getting different sort of styles and being around different scenes. But what was those spars like?
Yeah, like the different type of boxing, I say obviously the best type of boxing is sparred are actual pros, actual professional boxers, like my recent John Ryder and Liam Williams, the most recent ones are sparred for training camp for Richard. They're different type of levels. These ones I can just really help them out with but when I was sparring Johnny Walker, the UFC fighter, that was like a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. He actually came in to take my head off, so I had to knock him out, knock him down, or knock it. Yeah, he didn't get up. So yeah, that's that. Obviously, I give whatever they give me, I'll give back. So if they're just trying to learn and take it easy with me, I'll take it easy with them. But if they're trying to show what they got, I'll show them what I got as well.
Yeah, I remember watching that Johnny Walker spar with himself. It went the rounds on social media. But sticking on Salt Papi, people talk about him as being one of the few that could potentially cross over into the mainstream. You worked with him. Do you think that's potentially there?
At the moment, I'd say he's like a really decent, a really good level amateur. That's what I'd say. Maybe you could even do like a pros, but 4 rounds. But listen, it's just different. They're different game. Pro boxing and amateur boxing, or mixed. I think like the influencer boxing is just like maybe some of it is high level amateur boxing, some of it is just normal amateur boxing, white collar boxing. Really, I'd say.
Fair assessment, Zak. Let's jump into your fight then with Anthony Simmons Jr. Good fight. How did this fight come about?
Oh, basically, after the guy Lauren Richard pulled out in November, I was really upset. I said, listen, I'll be out as soon as possible. They said, okay, next few dates could be possible January or February. So I spoke to Dave Colwell and I said to him, okay, I want Lauren Richards in January. He said, no, we'll try February. Then I get a phone call in December saying, listen, Lauren Richard won't even be ready for February. He's looking at maybe March or April. So I'm like, okay, just a waste of time. And I was like, please, boxer Sky, could you get me someone to fight? He said, okay, we'll get you in February. They asked a few people in England to fight me. I'm not going to name any names, but one of them used to be British champion, and one was IBF Intercontinental champion. They both turned it down. They don't want to fight me. I'm not sure whatever reasons they gave, but maybe they weren't ready. So I said, okay, give me anyone from abroad. I'll fight anyone, top 30 in the world. And then literally 2 days ago, they come to me with this name. I was like, okay, great, it's from America. Yeah, I'll take it. I actually never heard of him before, and now I see people like a lot of people do know who he is, and people say he's actually pretty good. So yeah, I've never heard of him before, so I'll do my research on him. Yeah, I'm happy to fight him. Took it straight away, and then done my research on him.
Yeah, you've got all that preparation to do, Zak. But like you said, people are saying it's a good fight and saying that he's a good fighter too, which he is, like you yourself are also. You can crack. He's got a good knockout ratio. I imagine that when you do your research, you'll find that you don't have to go looking for him in this fight.
No, but I see. I saw a bit of his clip. He likes to run around the ring as well, doesn't he? He's got good footwork. Yeah, we'll see what he's got. Every boxer is different in the ring, so when you fight, styles make fights, and we'll see what he brings.
You like to box though as well. You've got that in your locker too.
Yeah, a lot of people thought I was just a banger, but then when they see me fight, when I fought Jermaine Brown, the later round 60, I'm actually a pretty good boxer as well.
Do you feel that maybe you have to impress in this fight? There are a lot of fighters appearing on boxer cards right now. Do you feel like you have to kind of put something big out there to capture the public's attention because of how many fighters appear on boxer cards?
Well, yeah, that's true. There's quite a few boxers on boxer cards, but at the moment, I believe I'm the only super middleweight they have. I don't see any other super middleweight they have. So as long as I keep winning as a super middleweight, I'm sure they'll give me the good fights at super middle.
Zach, where does a win put you after if you get the win on February 11th?
I like to think a couple more fights, and then hopefully by the end of the year, at least a world title eliminator fight. Because at the moment, Canelo has all the belts. He's looking to fight that light heavyweight, Russian light heavyweight, maybe at super middle. I don't know what's going to happen on the belts. They might stay with him for a couple more years, or who knows. And then you got John Ryder challenging him. So at least, God willing, I'll be fighting for a world title eliminator end of the year.
It seemed, jumping onto the Lerone Richards thing, it seemed like the fight might get remade. I saw on the British Boxing Board of Control Circuit, it's been ordered as a final eliminator for the British title. Is it your understanding that the fight will happen this year? Honestly,
I don't know nothing what's going on with that. I thought we was going to fight in February. He said he wasn't ready for February. He might say in March, April, but in March I'm fasting for Ramadan, so I won't be training then. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm looking further. Hopefully, this fight with this American guy is going to be for like an intercontinental title with one of the four good agencies, and WA, WBC, WBO, any of them, IBF. So I'd be happy to go for any of them. I guess I wanted to take the route, the traditional route, Southern Area, English, British. But if that's taken too long, I'm not going to wait around. I'm going to go for the other titles.
That's fair enough. You're walking your path. Zach, you mentioned there about John Ryder having the spars with him and about his future with Canelo. They call John Ryder the bar. Can you tell me about those spars with John Ryder, what they were like?
Yeah, they're really good spars. The first week I went to spar with him, we done 8 rounds straight off, 45 seconds rest. Did pretty well. They called me back next week, and then this time they put the rest to only 30 seconds. Still did pretty well. And yeah, after that, I felt I started sparring with Liam Williams, and I felt that was more because John Ryder is not really much of a mover. So I want to sound more of a mover, like because Lerone Richard would always on the back foot. So I needed to change up the sparring, and hopefully I helped him out for him with Zak Parker.
You mentioned there about Ryder potentially duking out with Canelo. A lot of boxing fans who've watched Ryder's career want to see him get that fight and have that fight in his career because of the twists and turns that he's had. Do you think he gets it, and do you think he can pull off the upset?
I mean, they're both with Matchroom, and Eddie Hearn can make it happen. If Eddie Hearn wants to make it happen, if the money's right. I'm not sure if Canelo wants to fight him or if Canelo wants to have the rematch with that Russian dude, Bivol. Yeah, I'm not sure if Canelo wants to have that rematch. Who knows what's going on? Canelo's got all the belts, and I think all the agencies are happy with Canelo having the belts because he brings the money.
Zach, I'll bring it back to you now. How does this fight end with you and Sims Jr.?
I'd love to knock him out. I'd love to knock anyone out. But of course, I can box. I can win on points, 10 rounds. People say, I heard his nickname. I'm just starting to research about him. So they say he's a magician. He's really good with his footwork. We'll see what he brings. And yeah, I'm going to do more research on him, and then I'll tell you what I can do to him. Zach,
pleasure speaking to you. Looking forward to this fight. Thank you so much for speaking to Seconds Out. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Speak to you soon. Bye.